Hi there, Deep Nosy here, and welcome to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo Day 8. There's only one more day after this, and this is concentrated on the Aegis line. One thing to note that I put a little comment that there is no Galactic Gear or Galactic Tour video, which is a shame. Now, let's have a look at what we've got here. Again, I've mentioned this from all my previous videos, you get 48-month minimum for these sort of craft insurance. Now we have the Avenger Stalker, which is I used to have this ship and I quite liked it. The back's full of pods where you can put your bounties in, basically. It comes in a few different variants, but I quite like that one. This is the Titan variant. Basically, one of the main things they've done is they have stripped out all those bays, so you can actually have a good cargo hold. The EMP, this is one of the ones in my video where you actually have to climb in the front of the ship rather than through the back, because it has a giant EMP device in the centre of it all. Quite good for knocking out ships. Here's the Gladius. It's a short range fighter, I believe, and more of an escort, an interceptor sort of thing. Pretty cool. One of the first variants of the Master of Flight sort of series. Was the Gladius Valiant. The Reclaimer. The Reclaimer is going to be a big ship, and it's basically a scavenger processing plant as well. I'd love to wait there to the time this be released to see the ins and outs of it. It'd be pretty awesome, I think. It'd be a big ship, I think, as well. I used to have one of these, the Redeemer. I love the idea of this ship. It's actually one of my favourite sort of combat ships. This is a gunship. It's got numerous turrets and it's got areas for marines to go into. The only problem I have is I get a bit too impatient, so it sits in your hangar, but you can't fly it. Saying that, I just bought a Caterpillar and I can't do anything with that just yet. Now the Retaliator, the two versions are currently available. This is the base version. The base version is basically a version of a ship which is modular, that has no modules into it. This is basically the empty hull. The Retaliator Bomber is the base unit with a torpedo and bomb bay. I've done a video of this one already. It looks pretty cool. There's big giant torpedoes in the bay. This is an interesting one. The Sabre is one of my kind of more attractive looking fighters, in my opinion. I do want to get my hands on one of these. Currently I can't because I don't have the money to do that. I have a feeling by the time I do, this is going to be off sale and I have to wait even longer for it again. But hey ho, shit happens. But this is a fight superiority. That's right, space superiority fighter. It looks pretty cool. I don't know why I love just the look of that. Now you got the Vanguard series. Now the Vanguard Warden is, I think, the military sort of version of the Vanguard. All the extra little trimmings that you get with that as well. Apparently the blurb says it's capable of surviving a complete hull breach and up to 32% structural loss. So it's basically like the Warthog, which is the A-10 Warthog anti-tank bomber that we have in modern day, which seems to be able to be handled half blown up and still can fly back home. The Sentinel is a kind of E-war sort of idea. You've got things like EMP charges and decoy missiles. A decoy missile, things like that. I mean, this would be ideal in an escort to protect a bigger ship. If you've got mass missiles heading towards a cruiser or something like that, this thing I think would be quite cool to get rid of some of that. Also, you know, good protection sort of ship. The Vanguard Harbinger, which is basically a fighter bomber. So you've got some quite heavy ordnance on this. It'd be interesting if they're going to release the Vanguard in just a base and you can change modules if it is that sort of inclined. So look, Starfarer Gemini. I used to have one of these, and I really like the idea. It's basically the same as the Starfarer, with a few upgrades. Some internal cosmetic upgrades as well. But the front part, which is a scoop in the Starfarer, which can take stuff from gas plants and things like that and create a fuel from it. You can change that to a missile pod. The general weapons onto it, I believe, are stronger. Now we've got the intro pack. The intro pack, you get Gladius, a bomber, well, a Retaliator bomber, and an Avenger Titan. That's not a bad little one. You've got a Retaliator bomber, which is kind of like a heavy ship. Nothing huge, but it's a heavy ship still. You got the Avenger Titan, which is a little mini hauler, and the Gladius, which is a little escort ship. So it's not a bad little group there. You get your Mega Pack. This is the one thing that usually has a lifetime insurance on it. Now this thing has everything. The Saber Comet. Wow, this actually has a lot of the variants. In fact, the only thing that this will be missing is the variant which is currently available in today's Expo. Now this comes with the Saber and the Saber Comet, which is the Master of the Skies, Master of Flight's variant. It comes with the Gladius and the Gladius Valiant. It comes with the Avenger Titan and the Avenger Titan Renegade, as well as everything else that pretty much appears in that list. Starfarer Gemini, the rest of it. I mean, a whopping 2,000. Not surprising, but you get everything, including the limited edition variants, which is quite a nice surprise. Also makes me confused why the Mega Pack for Anvil won't come with the Hornet Wildfire. I mean, it might do, but I didn't notice it. But it's interesting that this Mega Pack has all the other variants, because it all seems to be these ships. But to this, today you have the Anvil Hornet Wildfire variant, which is one of the Masters of Flight. There you go, lifetime insurance, war bond, and standard. Again, if you're not too sure what war bond one means, the war bonds you get 25% off or something like that, on the basis that you're spending real dough. You're not burning ships or melting ships or using credit and vouchers, it's just spending real money. Again, after that, you've got the two Warbond versions of the Frigate and the Javelin. The Javelin's sold out, the Frigate's running out fast. Just to let you know that after today there's one more day, which is tomorrow, which is the grand finale. Should be interesting to see what's going on. And again with this, you got the Prowler. They're pushing the Prowler quite a lot, and that's their kind of dropship. I said again in previous videos, and it seems to be the common thing online, that everyone loves the idea of it, loves the look of it, thinks it looks awesome, but at a whopping £300 odd standard, or if you get a little bit of a discount, just under £300, it's very expensive for a dropship. But again, each to their own. And again, mini sale on there on some of the physical merchandise. Alright, thanks very much for that. I'll be back again for tomorrow's last grand finale and see what's going on with that one. The ships I've got at the moment is I've got a very simple little Mustang Gamma, which I'm using to try racing. I've never really raced before. I've always been a kind of fighter pilot, and I have currently got a Caterpillar. What my plans are is I want to try and push the beta, so the Mustang Gemini, to eventually get a C50R, which seems to be a very, very good racing ship. And the other ship I'd really love to get hold of is the Saber. Currently, not got the funds to, waiting for payday. I'm not landers. I've got a just over 1 year old son, so priorities in Christmas slightly don't sway in Star Citizen's favour, but I'll save up and get it somehow. A common way, if you've not got a lot of extra money to buy the ships you want to, and have done pretty much all my ships, is you buy the very, very basic Aurora, you know, the Mustang. They're about £20-30, similar, equivalent dollars or whatever. And what you do with them is then a month or two later, when you got an extra £20-30, you upgrade that ship to something that's that value, and you keep doing it over and over and over again until you can realise you've got enough money there that when you see something you really like, you can jump on it, even if it's cheaper. You just do it over credit, get your cheaper ship, and then you got a bit of credit left over for certain extra things. I still have a habit of changing. I've changed so many ships and bought so many ships and burned them for other ships, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, sorry for rambling. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. You can also find me on Twitter, Facebook and Twitch. Catch you later guys.